to What's Up on Galaxy Television. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. I am super excited, as always. Yes, I'm super excited to be here in the studio. And of course, today promises to be super amazing. We have an amazing guest right here in the studio and also my co-anchor. But if this is your first time of just tuning into WhatsApp, this is an entertainment show particularly made for the Gen Zs. But if you're young at heart, you love all things positive vibes, entertainment, movies, music, this is where we talk about them. And we don't just do surface level. We go deep. We go deep into, we dissect the matters. And today, I'm already using some, we dissect it, the transverse, and we just go deep into, we go into details. I don't know why you're laughing. That laugh, let me not choke you there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have with me the sugar daddy of Lagos, but ever since I met him, in fact, all I've gotten from him is bitterness.
Hey!
There's no atom of sweetness in any way, shape, or form.
This show will not contain us today. This show.
It don't used to normally contain us.
It will not contain us.
I've not gotten anything that's nice or say, oh, this guy is a very calm guy, he's nice, he's this and that. Nothing like that.
Is that how you do on this show?
Please, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we should meet the sugar daddy of Lagos. I want to say without sugar, but that's so that's him.
One more. You see you on this show. I will show you.
Show me one.
I will show you.
Show me what?
I will show you different shades of pepper.
Show me now.
On a Tuesday.
That was.
You are talking to me anyhow.
Talking to you anyhow.
You don't used to go to church.
No, I don't used to go.
Shall be reverencing me.
No, which one is reverencing you? Really,
instead of it to Chanel,
no,
you are talking to me anyhow. But
I should reverence you as how now because you are the air I breathe or you are my maker.
Yes.
I never greet Jesus.
I'm your oxygen. Do like this fire. 3 times, you just faint. You see, mind that you talk to me on the show.
Your should have had is too much.
I've removed
because
one.
Even Jesus,
I've removed this left.
Lord and
is
maker.
this one
He does not do like this.
Okay, sorry.
You don't treat me.
You don't catch me. Sorry.
You just show say you don't get sugar for your sugar.
See, you don't catch me. You have got. See, let me tell you something. I rough you.
You rough fire.
You
don't have R and L defects.
I rough you.
It's better you say
with
hate.
Everything in my heart.
Just say hate because you don't.
See, on this show,
what will happen?
You make me very happy.
If
not that, respectfully. If not that.
But you also lace it to something stupid.
Which one is lace?
Respectfully.
You say lace, we call Ankara, we are not going for party. Be coming down.
Please, Lagos. We're outside though. I just saw one new invite. I'm like, this is December. We're outside. I'll share it with you after the show.
We are outside.
Yes.
Tony, I want to be sleeping in the night. I'm not a winch. So you will be outside alone.
I do not say it's night this thing. I don't say it's night this time. Please introduce yourself. I
don't want to introduce myself. You are not doing show again.
Okay.
You have camera light.
Gentlemen, my co-anchor is Orally. They call him the vice nation.
They don't call me
of Lagos.
Radio
Cubana. His name is Obina. We're going on a quick break and
we are not going on any quick break. No break today. If you know, because anyway, let's not disgrace ourselves. We have a very lovely guest in the studio.
I like that you never cease to show your bad character.
You will never cease to show your bad. See, you people that want to enjoy shows like this, and you don't have decoder in your house. If you want to call the Lord Jesus Christ for assistance, just understand that Galaxy TV will made it easier for you guys. So head on to UHF 27 terrestrial, move your antenna a little to the left, to the right, and then you will see us. You see faces like this, wicked, beautiful faces like this to spice up your day. Do you understand? Also, start times 110. You can go there as well. For those of you who have different kind of gadgets, some of you, your phones. There are some phones these days that have long antenna, like Shegbenzi's phone. He has long antenna. Then you now knock the phone like this.
Now you talk about that old battery.
God bless you. I know you use things like that, but that's exactly what it is. You can use that and enjoy WhatsApp and Galaxy Television from the comfort of anywhere, your houses, your offices, shrine or church or mosque or I beg you, everywhere you enjoy us, you watch us, because this is who we are. We want to make sure that you enjoy yourself. We live to entertain you, we live to educate you, and of course give you all the main information that you need to get. She's introduced me already. They say beside, behind, on top of, under a very successful man, there's always a very beautiful man there
I
who
have an
we always
assignment
give
for
him
you.
trouble.
No, but
And on this
that's
show, she has shown me different shades of pepper. But no pepper can be bigger than the one Nigeria is currently showing us. So, my dear, he never range.
He never range.
And I want to state again on this show, I rough you.
Keep it to yourself. Hold it.
Yes,
Hold
yes.
it.
I've told her my mind.
Told her
So
which mind.
anywhere you see me, for those of you who see me on the road and shout Galaxy TV, my Agba Ojuni. If you see me on the road
call
again,
him Galaxy?
I already be here. You see me, you now say Gala. The guy looked at me this morning and he was like,
This person that used to always see you.
no, they're different people.
They are different people.
Yes, and
Where
he
they
just looked
go?
at me like, sorry, he had plaster on his face. I wanted to ask him if he got injured or how,
You always,
But
you always
he just said Galaxy, and we're at what they call it, traffic lights, and they were about to move. Let him not go. And how are you, my brother? So he kept looking back and everything. So my name is Orali, Auralwe. If they born you well, call me Galaxy again. You see, if you are teaching people to rebel on this show, why? You're supposed to be future leader of tomorrow. What's all this nonsense you are doing? Try. I don't like this thing.
Oh, leader of tomorrow is going on a quick break, and when we come back, you get to meet our guests. And of course, please don't go anywhere. Don't be rebellious. Don't go anywhere. We'll be
God
right
bless
back.
you. Yes.
It's WhatsApp on Galaxy Television, and trust me, we're having so much fun in the studio. And you can see my smile. I'm smiling from ear to ear. That's because. What is it mean that says you keep a straight face?
It's because a handsome man is in the studio.
Oh,
you are shameless. Anytime you see someone handsome in the studio, you will just be laughing from ear to ear. When will you change? Yes, continue with the show. I'm here for violence only.
I like it when our guests, they always come on the show. They come correct. They show up and show out. And we have an amazing guest right here in the studio. But before the camera pans to our guest, I would want to read his profile so that, your mind goes there. Make it say follow up.
Make your mind touch ground.
Yes. All right. We have Omole Oluwatobi. Hey.
Tobiloba.
Make it calm down. Omole Oluwatobiloba Emmanuel, popularly known as Tobiloba. He is a multi-talented Nigerian artist, making waves as a singer and songwriter and a theatrical producer while balancing a career as a psychiatrist. No, wonderful.
I did not hear that part.
Hey.
That's what I'm interested most in.
Why are you doing your hand like this?
Please continue.
What if I say no? That's the end of the profile. What will you do?
You will not try that. I will read it. Should I have it?
Read it. Read now. We'll just off your mic. All right, moving on. He's from Oriade local government area of Osun State. When he's not crafting soulful melodies, he channels his creativity into organizing and producing theatrical and musical events through his non-profit organization, the NDICY Vision, founded in 2012. Tobiloba is a familiar face on the Nigerian and Romanian media. He has graced platforms like Antenna One, Antenna Stars, TVH, and Radio Romania International, showcasing his music themes and unique artistry. His reputation extends across Europe, where he has performed for diverse audiences in Norway, the UK, and the Netherlands, bridging cultural gaps with his musical theatrical performances. Over the past 12 years, Tobiloba has collaborated with numerous organizations to deliver soul-stirring creative events. In Nigeria, he is no stranger to media features, having appeared in several radio and TV interviews to discuss his passion and latest songs. His growing community of fans, whom he affectionately calls his family of music lovers, is a testament to his authenticity and dedication. Lagos, Nigeria. Hey, anywhere you're watching us from, please make welcome Tobiloba, Big T, not the little one. How are you doing this morning?
Very well, thank you, Tony.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well.
Hi, Aurelie. How are you?
Very good. Why are you looking at me that way?
Baba,
I don't talk anything.
who
You
is
just
seeing now
look
we
at me.
think that you're very, calm. and
I'm very demure.
You are like this.
I'm very demure.
Be
I'm
more
very
fire.
see now. But yeah, we're honored to have Toby
absolutely.
in the studios.
Thank you.
And
Looking so good. What inspired
He's looking
your outfit?
dapper. Yeah.
Thank you.
I I like the cup, the
Thank
glass.
you,
Everything
thank
is
you,
just. I'm
thank
just
you.
taking notes of you.
Thank you, thank you.
I have many things to say, but I'll leave that for after the show because I'm tired of disgracing you everywhere and calling you
Disgracing
names
me.
for
You
your
cannot
bad
disgrace me.
character.
You cannot disgrace
But
me.
Toby is who he says he is.
Yes, and I want
And,
to know what inspired your outfit because you look really nice.
Thank you, Tonya. You don't look bad yourself.
Thank you.
So I don't know. I think it's just style. Style. This is given where we are, like home,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's what it is. Just how I feel
It
this
is
morning,
what it
and
is.
yeah, and I just.
Your own is to drag things in the opposite direction.
Meaning what now?
I don't know.
But Toby's looking dapper.
Oh, I've said it. It has been established on the show.
But I'm repeating
So
it.
why?
Oh, I will say what I want to
Did
say.
they,
You will
I
not
just said
get.
that our audience they don't used to hear.
No,
You know what you're saying?
okay, you are busy about audience.
No, you have been what?
No, what you are, wait, what you are trying to say?
Please,
Tonya,
just have a
on
peaceful
this
show,
show,
for
you need to learn how to love me for who I am.
Oh my goodness.
Eh.
Wally, are you trying to let me just get it.
Okay, you think it's toast and toasting you.
No.
I'm just calling you out so that
Toast me, Ke.
respectfully.
Please, if you are the last person,
Toby, see, convent will not accept. Convents,
accept-
everywhere.
If they will not accept
Missionaries,
me,
they will
I will
not
stay like
accept you.
I will stay like that.
Mhm.
If all the men in this world are
Let me tell you what you should join.
what?
Red Cross, so that you'll be saving people that have accidents.
And that's also a
That's
cause.
noble.
beautiful.
That's noble. That's the only
Yes,
thing that will
that's a
carry you
noble
to
thing.
heaven because it's this bad character.
No,
You are a issue. You scared the same bungalow. It's true. Now, which brings me to this question.
Okay.
Is that why you ask like devil's first born?
Yes, I'm the one. Toby,
Yes.
your journey.
Fair
It
enough.
spans across Europe, like you said. Like we've said, rather.
Yeah.
Romania, Norway.
Mhm.
I want to know what it was like from the beginning. How you started, how you conceived the thoughts to be
Yeah.
able to do extraordinary things and bring success to yourself.
Yeah.
Now, this is a show that brings us back through memory lane because we
Yeah.
have lots of viewers, listeners at home.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know how
How it
became.
started.
Yes, so this is why we're here.
Yeah. So in fairness, I think the first thing is if you asked me a few years ago if I ever was going to go into entertainment or performing arts, I would have said likely not.
Hmm.
But looking back now, it felt like the signs were kind of already there, but I didn't pick it.
True.
So like everybody else, I started in church, vibes, music. I could play a few instruments, but I didn't think it was going to be a career that I was going to take seriously. I just thought it was a means of expression for my soul. That was the only role that I thought music was going to play in my life. I have a melancholic side to me, so when things get a bit tough and I'll just pick up my guitar, ease myself, or pick up an instrument and just vibe with that. But then it turned out that as time began to go, I began to get a little bit of traction around that. People began to say, "Look, this is quite. You do have it." Some of the compliments I got was, "You have something special, and it's touching a few people." So I began to feel like the universe was nudging me in that direction, and I began to also observe that some of the values that I believe in and that drives my personal life and my choices was not pretty much represented in mainstream music. So that, aside the nudge, that felt like I could see a need, and I was hoping there was going to be somebody else to fill up this kind of gap, but if there was nobody else and I could see it, then I was willing to step up to that, and that's how we got here. So yeah, started from church, went to school. I was trained clearly academically first as a doctor, but all the while music was always there. Music was always, a part of my story and a part of my person. And yeah, took it professionally, and I started getting a few invites, a few contracts, and where we are today. So yeah, that's pretty much
really
it.
so sweet to hear.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. It touched me from my spinal
Tobiloba,
cord. No, I'm sorry.
don't stop.
To have someone like this come through and just sometimes, as they take call person out, those who are sinners come for, you come to the altar. That's how I felt.
Speaking about your music,
Yeah.
how do you describe the genre of music you do? Because you mentioned that when you were starting out, you saw a void and you were like, you know what? Since nobody's doing it, I feel like you said the universe gives to me. I used to always see this. You know when you see all these things on social media when they say the universe brings.
Yeah, I was using Gen Z language.
I say universe.
I was using Gen Z show.
The universe, things that aligned in my favor. I manifested it.
Yeah.
So now, what genre do you manifest?
That's a good way to put the question. But you see, I have a little bit of a different perspective around genre.
Okay.
I understand the role that genre plays. I understand that it's necessary to keep the industry going. I understand that it's necessary to categorize music, to make, recognition, awards, and all of that work. But at the end of the day, I really think right now, almost every artist in the world is doing fusion. Because of how borderless the world is. If you would hardly listen to any music that does not have an influence of another genre.
True.
And that's because the world has become borderless. There's social media. Influence. Right now, if I decide to do an Afrobeat song and put an Arabian scale on it, it will sell.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, I understand the genre. So I wouldn't really classify myself from my style in terms of my genre, because I'll sing whatever comes to me and I will do the work that needs to be done to sound good enough on that genre, if that makes sense. So genre is one thing, but how I would classify my music would be about my message, because that's what actually drives me.
Okay.
Right? And my message is clearly I'm a man of faith. Yeah. And that drives my art and that reflects in my art. And all of the values that come through that will demonstrate the fact that I'm a person of faith. I have my takes on organized religion, and that's a separate conversation. So I wouldn't call myself your typical religious guy, but I take my faith very seriously. And that influences and reflects in the kind of music that I do. So I would say that my music would be geared towards enlightening people, encouraging people to live from a position of higher, consciousness, to live from a higher version of themselves. We all have to. We have the lion and the lamb. We have the king and the rogue in everybody. And every time you have that side, you face that option to either respond as somebody with a broader perspective about life, or somebody who is reacting based on emotions and neurochemicals and all of that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's what my music is about. It's about the truth. It's about encouraging people to live from a place of love and light. And it's powered by my faith.
That's absolutely beautiful to hear you talk about this. So how do you balance working as a doctor and doing music professionally?
So I think the first thing is, when I felt like I needed to take it professional, being in the creative side of things, I set out from the get-go to not give up any of them. So I knew, and that's another argument that I have. I understand that people believe that, like, for you to be successful at something, you have to focus, and it is true. And if you're thinking success, it's important to focus, because you need concentration. It's like laser. You need to put all of the attention on that one thing that will grab you the attention. That's if you're thinking success, if you're thinking attention, if you're thinking you want people to know what you're doing. But if you're building something, I believe that not everybody is a specialist. Not everybody has to be a specialist. Some people are multi-potentialized. They have the capacity to flourish in different capacities, in different domains, and excel at them. Now, I understand that people will know you for one, but that's from the outside in. So people will say, okay, who is this guy? He's this. Who is this guy? He's this. But from the inside out, it doesn't have to be one. You can feel the exact same passion for all of your field. If you ask me to, there is no amount of money you pay me in this life that will make me not see my patients. There's nothing music gives me that will replace that. And there's also nothing you will pay me to tell me not to get on stage or make music. So there's two separate worlds, but I have equivalent, this competing level of passion for both of them. And so when I figured that about myself, I think it comes first from a place of self-awareness. So I had a very honest conversation with myself. Which of these would I be willing to give up? And I knew straight up, like, there was none. Like, call me a polygamist in that sense, but I love both of them. Like there was no one I was willing to drop. So I understand that it was going to take me a longer time to make impact. I understand that people might not respond to me in the way that they would respond to somebody who says, yeah, man, I'm an artist and that's who I am. Or somebody who says, I'm a doctor. And they say, doctor. I understood that. But that's people. When we all die, everyone's going to die. It's my life. And I know that I love both of these fields. So I knew that I was not going to choose any of them. So I set out from the onset with that mindset. So I drew up my plan. How would I be able to maximize both of these fields? And God, so aside that, the first thing was the vision of that. So I knew that both of them had to be in the mix. And then I knew that God had to bless me with good people. And in his mercies, he's blessed me with a beautiful team. They understand what I'm doing. They are almost, I say almost because you still have to be an edge ahead of them. They're almost as driven as I am to see this come to life as well. And that is I can't ask for anything more than that. So that will be how I'm combining it. First, the vision from the onset and the blessing of the team. And of course, hard work, but all of that comes naturally if you're passionate.
Yes, that's okay. And too much explanation, but beautifully said. I hope a lot of people are taking cue from this. If not,
they should get to just at this point. We're in class already.
Yeah, so class is in session.
Yeah.
All right. This brings me to the fact that you spoke about your team. Also, the fact that you have to move from one space to the other, and then you being a psychiatrist now. How is it that you're able to handle so much people and so much ego without any stress or problems? Now I know
sounds like a shade.
No, stop.
Stop
it.
Anyway, you never cease to show it for.
That's
it's in you.
Don't follow Tobiloba. At the end of the day,
no, I'm not following Tobiloba.
You are stuck here with me.
Follow you, aura baby.
Follow Jesus. He's the Alpha and Omega. He will save you. But anyway, being in theater and all that, I've done that as well, so I know how it is to manage different sets of people at the same time.
Yeah.
How is it done? How have you been able to conquer that aspect of your life?
So the first thing is I like people, and that's weird. I'm an introvert, but I like people. I believe that human beings are beautiful when you interact with them one-on-one. I could struggle with a group, because I think when people come into group dynamics come to play,
Sure.
and people wear masks. But when you sit down one-on-one with people, every human being is like a micro version of the universe. Their eyes, their thoughts, their thought process, their history. It's like, so you can never, it's like an exploration in itself when you truly are interested in people. So because of that, it just makes it easy for me to connect. So if you, for instance, even the people that came with me here, if you know them one-on-one, it's kind of like, you know how you have a control panel and you just say this knob, this knob, this knob, this knob. And I say that not to sound like a psychopath who's controlling me, but you know what I mean, right? But but to mean that if you really know them, you can know their strengths and their weaknesses.
True.
You can understand their triggers and know how best they'll function. And so that helps you from a broader perspective as a leader in terms of delegation. You won't put somebody who can swim and ask them to ride a tree, or to climb a tree or to ride a bike. But you put somebody who can swim in a river. And so that, even if they have their issues, the chances of friction, because they are in their sport, is significantly less. As opposed to if you ask somebody who is swimming to say, okay, I need you to climb that tree, and she's like, I don't want to climb the tree, I don't like climbing trees, what are you doing? And that's where you get to interact with people's ego. But if you know them, if you genuinely connect and have contact with people because you are interested in them, I think egos will sort themselves out.
Oh, that's good.
That's really beautiful to hear. And this is where we'll be taking a quick break. When we come back, the conversation still continues with Tobiloba, and of course, already here in the studio. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, speaking about lovers of music, it's been we've been having amazing conversations while we're listening to Bobo Wala Fine. Meaning everybody's fine. Everybody's fine here in the studio, and I'm sure you too watching us You're also fine. You're also doing very well. Now, we're having conversations with Tobiloba. I'll call him the Big T. We're having conversations with him, and he's just been telling us about his journey. So now, tell us about the song. What inspired it? Why did you come up with that title? I was struggling with the pronunciation, but I think before the end of the show, I will get the hang of it. Gbogbo fine.
Yeah, so Gbogbo fine means we all are beautiful. Fine, or we all are fine, but beautiful would be the
literal meaning.
Yeah. So it came from, actually, interestingly, I was at work, and I had just seen a patient who had eating disorders.
Oh my God.
Right. And I just couldn't place it in my head how, there's a part of eating disorder that we call body image distortion. And it's when people look at themselves in the mirror and they are completely not seeing what everybody else is seeing. So you'd have them calorie count. So they'll be measuring and making sure that everything they eat, they monitor the calories. Some of them would even puke just to, to reduce the amount of calories they get into their system. And the funny thing is, I always had this question of, if you cannot love the body that you're in, if we cannot encourage people to actually love their body regardless of how they look, regardless of whether they're tall, short, bald, hairy, if someone cannot love their own body that houses them, how do you think they're going to love any human being?
True.
That's your body. That's your body as in B-O-D-Y, but that's also your body as in B-U-D-D-Y. That's your guy. If your body fails on you, there's nothing more for you physically. You need this body to exist. So if people cannot really connect with the same house that they carry around, do you think they're going to have any kind of love for anybody else? So that incident with that patient, amongst the many other patients that we see and interact with all the time, just had me thinking that. And actually, I wrote this song because on the lunch break, it was just stuck in my head, and I was Gbogbo fine, and then I developed on it later. But that's the idea behind it, and I think it was a song that I wrote, and it's Gbogbo fine, a letter to the beauty police. It's a long. I always have long titles. So this was on the body of work called Letters. So this is Gbogbo fine, a letter to the beauty police. And I was basically saying, hey, whoever is holding the standard of who is beautiful and who is not, if you think you're a police and you can decide that this lady is beautiful and this one is not, this guy is handsome, just let people be. There's not one way to be. And people cannot do things to their body without risks. So if people have this body, let them feel comfortable in it. And that's where Gbogbo fine came from. And that's why the bridge says, don't let your insecurities tie you to a spot. Don't let whatever industry determine what you're worth.
That's absolutely profound, because nowadays we see a lot of people troll people online for how they look and say all sort of things. You post a picture today, somebody will come on and say, oh, why are you looking so skinny? When the camera angle is tilted some kind of way that maybe your arms are showing and they are emphasized, they're like, see the way your hand big, they carry concrete. All those, they just make very, very vile comments. And sometimes it affects, I don't know if we're shouting my mental health, but it actually does affect them. And it just reminds me of what I said yesterday on the show, that everything you're going to achieve on this earth is this body that you used to achieve. 100%. You cannot change. How would you do it?
Some people try to change. They do BBL.
But it's still you. It's still you.
They do the other thing.
And now Toby has said it doesn't come without a risk. There are just sides to it.
Yeah.
There are sides to it, honestly. Or what would you say concerning a lot of people, like maybe to a lady out there who's watching, and probably because of the beauty standards. I was watching a video just before we came on this show. A lady was talking about people bleaching and all of that. She said she started doing that because they were telling her, oh, use this one. It will clear your acne and all of that. So when she was using it, her face started becoming lighter than the other parts of her body. And I said, oh, yeah, cuckoo, make everywhere, make it the uniform now. So she started. So now she said, a year now, this is her skin. If she likes, it stays for a week. She doesn't. But just speak about it, because it's really, really alarming. And then seeing people troll people for this.
Yeah. So the first thing is just a little bit on the skincare side, since you touched it. The best skincare routine ever, first, is what goes into your body. It's not what you pour or apply on your body. If you apply whatever you apply on your body, but you are eating rubbish, you're not very deliberate about what goes into your system, because your skin is your report card. Your skin is the report card of your gut. Your gut being, your digestive system. So let's even start from there. So I think we need to first have a mental shift. Everybody thinks once something is wrong with me on the exterior, the next thing I have to do, and I know that this might not go well with so many cosmetic, but it's the truth. So I'm not saying that cosmetic, I have cosmetics involvement as well, but my point is the foundation of anything skin is first about your diet and your lifestyle. So before people even think of applying stuff, I think the first conversation is what goes into my system? How do I eat? How do I sleep? How do I hydrate? What do I consume? What's my sugar level? And when we have that down, then we can think on, okay, how can I augment myself? How can I make sure that from the exterior I'm also properly hydrated? How do I, and all of that. Now, if that is done, the second step is we need to understand that you are a unique expression of creation. There's no two of you. And at the end of the day, right? And that's my issue with this standard thing. There is no standard to beauty. And when this song came out in 2022, one of the arguments I had was, if you look through history, beauty standards, they've always changed.
Yes. Yeah. And they're still changing.
They're still changing. There was a princess I had seen. I think she was an Arabian princess. You can look it up, and it was online. And they said that about, I think, 9 princes took their life because they were seeking her love. When I saw that photo, Sawarani, I don't think you would be. I don't think any gentleman in our day and age would look at her and say twice, because our mindset as to what beauty standard is now is completely different. So that already begs the question of, so there is no objective standard. It's subjective to time, subjective to culture. There are people here right in this part of the world who are feeling like they are not looking beautiful enough. Maybe because on this side we emphasize more the curves, and maybe because they don't have the curves, they feel like I'm not great. But if you send them to places like other parts of the world, the eastern side, they are the delicacy. The men are looking at them and saying, "Wow, how did you not have the curves?" And so that's why it's subjective. So once you understand that, the next thing is that you are not ugly, but you are not also the most beautiful person. There's no most beautiful person. That's the truth. There's no most beautiful person. So it's just it's a different expression of the same God. And then you just need one person to love you enough. That's all. One person, your spouse. You don't need 1 billion people to think you're beautiful. You don't need 1 billion people to think you're handsome. One is enough. Okay, I think I need to stop here.
Oh no, by all means, that's the truth. And the thing is, a whole lot of people need to hear that.
Absolutely, and that's why I just like, what, go one side.
Yes, because it got us in trouble on the show. An actress did say
BBL, she did BBL,
yeah, right? She did, and then she did boobs augmentation, and she was like, I didn't have a problem with it at first, but when she said she did it for men, that's when I had the problem. I was like, if you did it because you didn't feel some type of way about yourself, I'm okay with it. It's your body. But then you're doing it so that and then I went further to say if she was the last woman, I'd rather marry a yam and all that. That's where the bloggers took.
Yeah,
I'm unapologetic about it. It's your body, yes, but are you doing it for you or for someone else? The other day I was on the island, and man, I was seeing a lot of stuff that I wasn't supposed to see. Everybody in Lekki has done BBL.
I saw a video
Everybody.
over the weekend. Someone was like, the evidence that you've come to Lagos, once you're at the airport and you're just seeing ladies with BBL, that's the evidence that you're in Lagos. I was like,
True. I lived somewhere in Badore, and my neighbor was someone who always had people who did BBL come through to chill at the house for 2-3 weeks. So when they go to Turkey or wherever they go go and do it, and then they'll come back. And you know so much pain these women are in.
It is. And
they will lie on their tummy because they can't lie on the bum, and they'll be pressing pus out of it. waiting for it to
Orally, it's
heal.
okay.
You know those.
Okay.
I saw those things firsthand, and then when the thing heals finish, you know, say, Orally, come and test whether this thing is okay,
Orally,
it's
it's
bouncing,
okay,
and I will
it's
test and be
okay,
touching
it's
it.
okay,
Let me say, give me,
it's
let me
okay.
say the truth.
This
The thing
image
is,
you're already painting, the pulse and
but the
everything
truth is
making me want to.
That's why I was pissed off when she said that stuff, like the pain. And now men would want to be with those kind of women, and you cannot date them. They will task you before you be with them. You'll be paying. So now in Lekki, for people that are doing BBL, you cannot carry hookup. It's not 100K again. It's from 600 to 1 million. Of course, I will not, because I don't have that kind of money to be wasting.
Oh my goodness.
I and my father, also my mother, we have lands in Asaba and Uwere that we have not finished fencing. For one night of 600K. It's not possible. It will never happen. Never. So you see, that body positivity is just
That's
yeah. So I'm going to ask you this: what are you doing presently to give back to the society? I know you have something planned, or you have a lot of things.
Yeah, and also the NDICY
yes,
vision.
that's why I feel like
so NDICY, basically the NDICY vision means neither do I condemn you. So that's what NDICY stands for.
That's deep.
Yeah, and it comes from I'm a man of faith, like I said. So
Was it the woman Jesus?
Yes, the woman caught in adultery.
Ooh.
And he said, if you have no sin, cast the first stone. And nobody was left. And he turned to her and said, okay, woman, neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. And the idea basically is, I feel like church has switched it the other way around. Now it's go and sin no more, then we won't condemn you. But that's not how Jesus said it. It's first, we will not condemn you.
and
Because we understand that you're just dealing with life and that you're not doing it the right way. But there is hope. So now go and sin no more. So that's where that comes from. And it's basically it's taking that love of God that I received in myself and translating it to practical terms in the world. So we would organize musical theatrical events. That's actually how I started in 2012, writing my own plays and directing and all that. And then people will attend that, and then we'll have charity rings as well, where we'll go out and touch people. And during the COVID, we had a COVID relief fund, which we kind of like reached out to people in 7 countries.
Wow.
So, and that's because, life is hard. I really wish
really hard.
When you sit down, that's one of the benefits of my job that I really love. It's that I get to interact with people across different, age groups. 1 minute I could be sitting down with a 70-year-old person, and the next minute I'm sitting down with a 16-year-old, 18-year-old, and you can see that really, even though you're stuck in your own decade, like I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 20s, there's really more to life. And when you interact with people, you see that people really have pain. And if all you can do is just demonstrate love, you really don't know how far it can go.
That's really deep. So very quickly, I want you to give people out there, yes, you said demonstrate love, or there may be somebody who's watching us who feels like all hope is lost.
Yeah.
They are probably stuck in their decade, let me use your words, and like, oh, my 20s, adulting is not for me. My 20s is showing me shege. I'm seeing shege on a daily basis. I want you to like give them words of motivation, tell them something that they would hold on to watching this show. Yeah.
I'll be as honest as I can, but that would require me to iterate a few steps. Now, the first thing is understanding why they are stuck in that decade, whatever that decade is. What are the pitfalls? What are the things that we didn't quite do well? So reflecting, and going after knowledge. Knowledge, wisdom is always an advantage. It's always something that sets you ahead of others. When you get that, it's never too late to reroute. Wherever you see that you have missed it, it's never too late to reroute. It's never too late to reroute. And we must keep hope alive. It's hope that keeps that spirit, that gives that sense of, courage to be able to take the necessary steps. But yeah, that will be all.
Amazing.
Wonderful.
So give us your social media handles. Where can people connect with you? Where can they stream your songs?
Yeah. So our works are available on all digital streaming platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, even the free ones. These are everywhere. It's everywhere. And my social media handle on Instagram and X, I was going to say Twitter, but Elon Musk has rebranded it. So is at Who is Tobiloba. Who is Tobiloba? And yeah, Tobiloba.
Tobiloba on the digital platforms
Yes,
for your stream.
yes, on my stream work.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It was
Pleasure is
really
mine too.
amazing having you on
Thank
the
you
show.
so much.
Like listening to you, you were giving us points. And I do hope that our people with the radar, they are not fast. They may not be with just us, but you noted down a few points. And definitely you can always go back to the video. It's on YouTube, it's on our Instagram page. You can always go back to watch. Thank you so much,
Very
Tobiloba.
much
On
welcome,
behalf
Tony,
of
already.
WhatsApp Galaxy Television, we are truly honored to have you on today's episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be going on a break, and when we come back, it will be time for Celebrity. Just remember, Aurelie and I are still in the studio. Welcome back. This is the part. If you are just tuning in, I've already said you would like to do African time. You're just watching us now. It's already time for Celebrity Gist. You've missed out on a whole lot. But because we love you so much, you can always go back to our social media platforms at galaxytv.entertainment to catch up with the celebrity guests we have on the studio today. So now, Aurelie, what's the first gist?
The first one says, artists used to sleep outside my gate pleading for collaboration. We're scared. Ayo Balogun, you do this one, no?
Now, wow. You said it.
Now, Wizkid, as a leading figure in Nigerian music scene, he's helped other artists during his career. So he says he shared that many artists sleep outside his gates asking for collaboration. In an old interview anyway, he mentioned how numerous musicians wait at his gate for a chance to work with him. And since becoming well known in 2010, Wizkid has worked with so many artists such as Tiwa Savage, Shay Shay, Olamide, and even though he's generous, Wizkid mentioned that many musicians often overlook his help in their careers, meaning he's helped a lot of people, and some of them didn't give credit to him, like, okay, now Wizkid helped me do this one, but he's come back to say there were times that a whole lot of artists, you people bought Vita foam, Sarah foam, and Mocha foam with this fan that has external battery. God bless you. And they put it and he slept outside his gate. And when he came out, he said, good morning, my people.
How are you doing?
Good morning, sir. Who should I look at today? You should line up according to
that's
what he said.
You're cooking this.
I don't care if FC comes for me, but that's exactly what it is. Those I've said it a lot of times. Those people are cultists. They are a group of cultists. They are not normal.
To be honest, I don't even know the English word to describe them. But basically, let's move to the next gist. Now, the internet has been on fire since Saturday because everybody loves Jennifer. The movie Funke Akindele is coming out in cinemas on the 13th. They said so during the premiere. Falz and Funke and Akindele were dancing, holding hands. Langbaja was performing, and they were dancing and everything. And then people are speculating that they are dating. Can people not dance in peace again?
I just tire.
Okay, even if they are dating, what do you want to do?
People should start minding their business.
What do you want to do about it? What?
Are they not grown?
Are they not?
Funke is not married.
Falz too is not married. What exactly is your problem?
You can find love in very crazy places.
And I feel like Funke and Falz, their dance that day was just basically because they played Shege and Jennifer, the boyfriend and girlfriend situation. So they're just like dancing, vibing, the success of the project.
If I'm Funke, I will kiss Falz there.
Somebody was even telling them they should kiss. You're not like, hey, you're not only this person hold on attentive.
But she do it so that people have more things to talk.
But she doesn't. But clearly, Funke is not one that does things like that. She's, to be honest, that woman. She's. I lack the words. I lack the.
I still have beef with her, Sha, but we will settle it up.
You will settle it out.
Serious beef.
You will settle it up. But to be honest, that was really beautiful to see the party. I love the decor. Everything about the premiere was so beautiful. And then people that are speculating that they should date. What's your concern?
Leave them alone.
Because even you may even be doing worse in your house. So what's your business? Leave them alone. Already, this is where we draw the curtain. I'm already getting angry about this matter.
Sorry. My dear, don't be angry. I need to be alone. Calm down.
I'll hurt you. Let's end this show.
If you do anyhow, we have psychiatrists here. I'll go and look for what's wrong beside your head.
I'm not angry again.
You say you're demure.
Yeah, very cute.
It's
you that Ben was she.
my rough for you. It's like
Keep
a
it,
copied
swallow
assignment.
It, swallow it.
I cannot explain
You
it.
can imagine. You will copy somebody's Martin
I
about.
cannot explain it. Mabinu, sorry, baby me.
End show.
Yes, we'll end the show according to our orders. I'm sure you guys had a swell time. Thank you, Toby, for coming through. God bless you so much. We look forward to good music, good theater plays, and when you choose to go into movies as well, everything you got going on, we got you. Galaxy TV, WhatsApp will always support you. Anything you choose to do, call us, and we're there. All right, mind your business. Drink water. Mind your business. The one that concerns you. Do that a lot. Never turn off someone else's light bulb because you want yours to shine the brightest. And every day above 6 feet is a good day. Follow me on Instagram at official_O'Reilly. That's AURALWE. I'm an MC Toastmaster for your music promotions. I'm privy to a lot of radio stations and TV stations. I would have your music played. Call me, reach out to me, like, share, comment on anything I got in there, and God will bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow.
Yes, because God will bless you. You need to come by 10 a.m. tomorrow. Come on time. See what I'm saying is I think it's a church program.
Announcer.
Yes. I'm tempted to, but people of God, I'm already feeling in the spirit.
Holy, woman of faith.
But this is where we draw the curtain on WhatsApp today. Trust me, we had so much fun on set today, and I'm sure you also enjoyed yourself. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms at galaxytv.entertainment. It's been an amazing show. My name is Tonia, and of course, see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Do make it a date with us.